Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sekia Ghana. If it's the first time watching me, you are so welcome. And if you do enjoy my content, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. I hope you all are doing so well. I'm doing so well as well. So my last two videos, yeah, I made a video on some of the most affordable places to live in the UK, and I got an email and somebody was like, "Oh, I would really love to live in London and know some of the most affordable places to live in London." So I thought about it. As the title goes, let's dig into some of the most affordable places to live in London. Before that, guys, London itself is expensive. All right, comparing London to like outside London, let's say comparing London to Birmingham. The whole London itself is expensive, okay? But there are some places in London that are a bit affordable compared to others. However, even in these areas where they are a bit affordable, personally, I think you need to be earning a salary, obviously in London. So let me make an example. Let's say in London, on average, in living in the most affordable places in London, you'd probably pay 1,200 for rent. Okay. However, it will be best for you if you aim in London. So having a job in London will be best for you because there will be no point working outside London and living in these areas. Because what would happen is the rent in these places is 66% more than the rent outside London. So it works out better for you if you live in London. Sorry, if you work in London, earn a bit more and live in these affordable places in London. So then you don't get to spend all your money on rent. I hope I've made sense. Yeah. So without not wasting time, let's dig into some of the most affordable places in London. I hope most people can guess actually. So the one on my list is Barking and Dagenham. So Barking and Dagenham, sorry, is in East London and it's only 9 miles away from the center of London. So again, it's best for people who's got a job in London and they're just looking for affordable places, or they aim in London and want to live in an affordable place in London. So it's an hour drive from London, and the average price for a one bedroom apartment in Barking and Dagenham, which is located in the eastern part of London, is 1,200. And to purchase a property, the average price again is £308,000, which I think is not too bad. Comparing that to some of the houses in outside London, for example, in Manchester and Birmingham, you can easily get a property for, I think on average, around £270,000. So I mean, I think that's not too bad. Also, Barking and Dagenham is a diverse community. So obviously, there are people from different ethnic backgrounds. So you wouldn't have to worry about obviously not finding your kind of people, if you get what I'm trying to say. And it's full of younger people as well. When I say younger people, I mean like 25 years plus. So it's a younger and diverse community. And obviously, it's safe. There is low crime rate comparing to the average, comparing to other cities in London where there might be a high crime rate. In Barking and Dagenham, it's considered safe, and there's obviously comparing that to the national average. And there's excellent transport links and regular trains and buses to London. So if you live in London, anywhere in London, we all know you don't really have to think about transport because transport is relatively very, very, very easy. And there are also like various kinds of jobs. Obviously, we have full-time, part-time, we have retail, we have finance, etc. IT, a lot. Obviously, again in London, there are so many opportunities, jobs in London. So you wouldn't really have to worry about a job if you live in London. That's obviously one of the biggest opportunities why people move to London, for big opportunities. Okay. So the next on my list is Besley. Besley, Bexley. I hope I've pronounced it right, guys. So obviously, Besley is also located in the southeastern part of London, and an apartment in Besley will cost you around £1,100 per month without bills. Okay, so 1,100 pounds without bills. Okay, and if you want to buy a property, average price is £385,000. I think it's a bit on the higher side, £385,000. It's a bit on the higher side anyway. Again, it's a diverse population, so 30% of its residents are younger people, like 25 plus. So if you're a young person, you wouldn't really have to worry about, obviously, like if there are other younger people that you can mingle with, because it's got 30% of its residents are younger people, which is quite a good thing. And again, transport is easy to get around. There are well connected train and buses to London and other parts of London. There's also obviously they offer like various options. So obviously you can get full time, you can get part time, you can get hybrid working if you want. So hybrid working is where the company allows you to, like it's more like a remote type of job where the company allows you to work some days home, and for some of the days you'd have to pop into the office. So for example, let's say if you work Monday to Friday, they can say to you, okay, Monday to Wednesday you'd have to come to the office, and Thursday, Friday, you'd have to stay home. So they've got like so many options. And most people that live in Besley, they work within Besley, like because there are lots of jobs. Again, if you live in London, that's one thing you don't have to really worry about. So education wise, obviously, if you've got a family, you'll be thinking, are there enough schools in Besley? Are there enough schools in these affordable areas? So there are 59 primary schools and 15 secondary schools. So if you're a family, you don't really have to worry about, getting school for your children or your teens. And there are over 100 parks. It's considered one of the most greenest borough in London. So again, if you're a family and you've got younger kids, there are lots of places you can take them to a lot of parks because there are so many parks. It's 100 parks and it's one of the most greenest boroughs in London. There are also 12 libraries, 2 museums, 4 theatres, and 85 pubs and bars. So thinking about it, 85 pubs and bars, sorry. So that also means if you are somebody that enjoys working at night, like you enjoy, like night shift or something like that, then there are lots of jobs for you as well because they are 82 pubs and bars. So if you enjoy working in the bar, or if you want something like an extra money, like part time, whatever, like security, working in the bar, something extra cash, because London is a busy town, they don't sleep, especially during the weekends. There's plenty to do in Besley. There's like literally, and it's also considered one of the most safest places to live in London. There are over 32 playgrounds aside 105 parks in Besley. And the next on my list that I think most of us will know is Croydon. Okay, so Croydon is a large town in the south part of London, and it's mainly a commercial area with a large shopping district. So bonus, it's a commercial area, which means there will be a lot. Well, it's going to be a busy place, no doubt. Okay, but also there will be like a lot of jobs because it's a commercial area, so you wouldn't struggle with jobs at all if you live in Croydon. So the average rental price in Croydon is 1,286, which I think is a bit affordable. And the annual salary in Croydon is the average annual salary in Croydon is £30,000, which I think is, well, it's not too bad as well because I think the average price in outside London is around 24,000 pounds. So there is about £7,000 difference. So that is why I said if you live in these areas, they are still expensive because a 3 bedroom in Birmingham, for example, will cost you about £1,000, and here a 2 bedroom is costing you about £1,286. So if you live in these areas, it's best to be aiming in London because if you're aiming outside, let's say London, and you're paying £1,286 for rent, that means you'd have to get 2-3 jobs in order to survive in these affordable areas. Okay, so in Croydon itself, there are many affordable places inside Croydon. We have South Croydon, we have New Addington, we have Crystal Palace. So these are some of also the most affordable places in Croydon itself. Croydon is it's diverse community population there is, like, so you wouldn't have to worry about food if you are from Africa or any part of the world. There'll be different restaurant, different African restaurant, different Asian restaurants, so you wouldn't really have to worry about, missing your local foods that much, because it's a big diverse community. Okay, and again, it's a commercial area, which also means the job market is diverse, is full of opportunities. Okay, um again, as I said, if you're a young person that enjoys, nightlife, they are famous for their nightlife. There is a lot of bars and pubs in Croydon. So if you're a young person, you would enjoy living in Croydon. Well, I'm not trying to promote Croydon or something, but it's a commercial, community, so a lot happens in Croydon. And once again, if you enjoy night shift, there are tons of job, like there are lots of bars, pubs, etc., so you wouldn't have to worry. And there are thousands of jobs in Croydon, in IT, retail, finance, legal aspect, etc. And it's also considered, again, safe, and obviously it's one of the safest places to live in London. There are plenty of schools in London. Okay, so if you want your kids to go to public schools or obviously private schools, you have the options, because there are a lot of schools in Croydon. Transport, again, it's easy. If you live in London, there are buses and trains, tram, like, it's easy to get around. If you live in London, it might be a bit expensive, but it's just easy to get around. And there are lots of tourist sites and museums in Croydon. I think, in a nutshell, because Croydon is a commercial place, it's just everything is just around you. One, you live in London, which is like a big city with so many opportunities for you, and two, you live in Croydon, which itself is a commercial area, so like tons of jobs. You wouldn't have to worry. And if you have kids, obviously there are a lot of schools there that your kids can go. And if you are single, or if you're a younger person and you enjoy the nightlife, then Croydon might also be for you. But the other places that they are quite affordable, but I don't think I've got enough time to go through it. I don't want the video to be so long. We have Enfield, we have Stoughton, we have Havering. Is it Havering or Hovering? Yeah, Havering. I think it's Havering. Yeah. So there are quite a few places in London that are affordable. But the most important thing is you have to be earning in London. You have to be getting a salary in London to live in these affordable places. Because if not, just bear in mind, you'll be paying 66% more than somebody living outside London. So that's why I say to people, if you think you're not earning enough in London, and you're spending so much on rent, it will probably be best to move outside London to live in Manchester. It's quite affordable. Per my previous video, Manchester is affordable. Birmingham, West Midland, like Stoke-on-Trent, Leicester is affordable. Nottingham is affordable. Sorry, Northampton is affordable. Coventry, Wolverhampton, Dudley, all these places are affordable. But if you live in London and you just want somewhere more affordable inside London, then Barking, Dagenham, Croydon, and Besley are the places for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave it down below, and I'll try my best to answer all questions. And if you've got a private question to ask me, please, you can contact me on TikTok. My name is Sequoia Ghana. I think I've linked it on my YouTube. Yeah, and I'll be able to answer to your queries like directly. If there is anything that you're not sure on, or you want me to do a video on, please let me know. I've got few videos like coming in the next few days. Some are about international students and the current immigration, obviously, rules, etc. in the UK. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's your first time here, or if you enjoyed my video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and obviously share if you don't mind. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking through with me, and until next time, bye.